Collective reading Up in the Air. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my name is Griselda Psychic MD, and I'm here to do another collective reading. I'm going to go ahead and light a little bit of sagey sage just to get rid of any lingering energies. For those of you new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I hope you find something that is helpful, healing, and or entertaining. And for those of you that are repeat offenders, thank you so much for stopping back. So we're going to do a reading about Up in the Air. I asked Spirit what we should read upon, and that was a topic. So something has transpired in your relationship, situationship, complicationship, that is feeling like everything is up in the air now. And this could be something that you knew about, you saw coming, or you were totally blindsided. Regardless, these are timeless readings meant to find you at the time that you are needing the information. So we have Up in the Air, the number 18. So I feel like currently there could be a separation right now, and if you're not physically separated, then definitely you guys are emotionally separated. There's something going on that made you both kind of pull away, whether one person pulled away and then you had no choice or vice versa, or if it was a mutual understanding that I need my space. It doesn't make a difference. The point is that things are up in the air for both of you. Now you may be saying, Grisel, that's not true. You know, it seems like they have it figured out, or they're the ones that did this. But the reality is that I don't think that they see clear. I feel like they need a little bit of introspective time in order to gain clarity as well. And so do you, to be perfectly honest. So the number 8 is a very auspicious number, but it's also about cycles. It's about maybe being in your head more than you should. It's about needing clarity. And both of you guys could be feeling like, oh, wow, that ship has sailed, or the opportunity is going to pass me by. Show me why. Show me why we're reading about Up in the Air for the collective right now. For the collective, Up in the Air. Why are we up in the air? And show me now 2 cards. The Muse. So I feel like you could be the muse, actually. You are very inspiring to the other person, even though you may not feel like it at this moment. And with the number 1, it's about your individuality, your authenticity, your beauty, for sure. Even if you're a man, men can be very beautiful as well. I feel like blooms in here are falling almost. And I feel like it's just a different season. So maybe the honeymoon phase is a little bit, I heard, overworn its welcome, or falling away. But it is definitely a different season. And keep in mind, like everybody, regardless of where it is that what hemisphere you live in, excuse me, you know, you're going to have different seasons. Even where I used to live in Arizona, I mean, we kind of had seasons. It was like 2 seasons, blazing hot inferno and mild. But regardless, this is about the Muse. The number 5, a lot of changes and fluctuations with you, with your partner or the person in question, the one that you're up in the air with. 8 of Keys. Now this one came out slightly sideways, as you guys saw. The Master Artisan, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Very cool workbench right here. Anyways, this person can be somebody who works with their hands quite a bit. They could do custom orders. They could build guitars. They could they could build, I heard, weapons. They could make swords, knives. I mean, like, really, it's limitless. The possibilities. They could be a baker. Whatever it is, they have like a craft that they're pretty good at. But I'm going to say that because it came out sideways, they tend to be a little bit wishy-washy. And that could be part of the problem of what's going on and why you're up in the air. So sorry, you guys. Let's look at these, guys. This is the Urban Tarot. And these, my friends, are the Akashic Record. Where are these cards here? A lot of eights, a lot of cycles, a lot of being in your head. Don't drop the cards. Don't drop the cards. Happiness and defeat. Well, if that's not incredibly opposite of each other, I don't know what is. So I feel like you went through a period where things were kind of like pink and a lot of compliments and things were going really well and things were blooming and blossoming. But I feel like perhaps it wasn't as grounded as it needed to be. I feel like there was a lot of daydreaming, a lot of romanticizing, a lot of hallmark moments, which are great, nothing wrong with that. But the number 9 indicates that inevitably the number 10 is going to come into the picture. And the number 10 is, for me, all about endings. Endings of a cycle, new beginnings, things like that. It doesn't always have to be ominous. But even these drinks are like stacked precariously, and that's... you can only continue stacking before there is a party foul and things go south. So I feel like right now, you're up in the air, and that to you in your scenario, I feel like it's like, how do I bridge the gap? How do I bridge point A to B, from you to him, him to her, whatever the case may be, him to him, her to her, I don't care. I heard wiener. Did I mention I'm a little bit like a 13-year-old in an older person's body? Yeah, that happened. But anyways, I mean, obviously hot dog here. So give me some slack, guys. So this could have to do with happiness and having to do a lot with like meeting and fulfilling sexual needs and things like that. With a pink, again, a lot of compliments and greenery seeming to thrive and grow. A lot of meandering vibes is what I'm feeling. And the little dog with a loyalty. So you could be amused to this person who is a creator, content creator, a builder, a potter, somebody who works with clay, sculptor, yeah, a painter, whatever kind of a specialty this person is. So I feel like you're the muse, and, you know, things are a little bit like there's not a lot of grounding here, because even with this person building, there's a ton of windows, and it seems like somebody supervising, which is what the 8 of Pentacles would be, is putting in hard work, labor, and being apprentice to somebody else, so somebody over you. So this person can be still learning, wow, I'm so good with my words, did you know? This person could still be learning how to master their craft, how to be steady Eddie, I heard, maybe their name is Eddie. But even with the white coats here, I mean, that's kind of interesting. Feeling like there could be a little bit of white coat syndrome if you tend to kind of, how do I explain it? Okay, this person doesn't like things to be so linear. They're very much in a creative brain and things like that. But in order to bring about success and fruition and movement and even bridging the gap, they have to kind of like ponte las pilas, like put your batteries in. Or get your hands dirty, that kind of a thing. Roll up your sleeves, same thing. Put your bootstraps up, pull your bootstraps up, or tits up, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like this person lacks an organization, or they want to do what like feels right at the time, or they want to just be in the creative zone and lack the practical, I heard integrity, and the practical characteristics such as working at things consistently, having a schedule, having things mapped out, putting things in a proper place. It's not all about being creative. That's part of it. So I feel like this person took that energy into your relationship as well. And with the number 5 right here, I feel like that person is feeling defeated. The number 5 tells me right here that the muse, he thinks that the muse, or she, could be whoever the opposite person is we're talking about, that you changed, or that, you know, or the other person changed. So that you are still my muse, but that you've changed, and the rose-colored glasses are coming off. Now, this person took a gamble with you. And with the 5 of Swords, I really despise this. if I can remove like one card, it would be probably this card. This is all about deception, craftiness, playing your cards right. So this person can really strategize, but in a conniving way. And I don't like it because, I mean, even if you look up like the Five of Swords is the desire to win no matter what, no matter who gets hurt, no matter whose heart gets broken. So maybe they knew, well, they have to know that they have this character where it's a little bit like, yeah, I'm a creative type and I don't want to be nailed down. I echo that sentiment, by the way. I'm not like absolving myself in the least, but I do know what my weaknesses are, and I do know that that's something that I always have to work on, is being more structured, more practical, having more of a plan. And that's not something that's very appealing to me, but you know, as life progresses, I get better and better at it, and we're always working. So I do feel like this person kind of viewed things almost like a card trick or a card game, or let me see like how far I can get, or does the house win or do I win? So it's all about winning almost to this person. And if they're not winning, they feel like defeated. And they fail to see that if you add the 2 5s with your changes and this person changing this really shitty behavior, because that's exactly what it is winning regardless of what damages does to anyone around you. And by any means, they will say anything, do anything to feed you a line of bullshit so that you kind of fall for whatever it is that they desire. It's just not right. Yeah, they're even willing to bring you down with the arrows. So, moving on. This is why you're up in the air. Up in the air. Yeah, if they were willing to change that, I feel like you would institute change as well. Like for the better, both changes would be welcome change, and you would draw closer together because you weather something pretty monumental, especially something as big as the character flaw in this person. I don't like them for you. Show me what I need to see. What is going on here? Why are we up in the air with this person? Up in the air. Yep. And one more. Show me now. We are one. Don't let fear get in the way of this truth. And I feel like that's like the masculine communicating to the feminine. But really, if we are one, then why is your energy crap? You can't have both. You can't have good energy and bad motives. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work that way. And I'm going to say, like, if this isn't your story, it's not your story. Follow your gut, because always your intuition trumps mine or anyone else's. With the number 1, there is a need for you to look out for yourself. Keep your personal power, but you need to have some changes in this relationship. If it is to continue, changes need to be had. If it's a separation, changes need to be had. So I feel our energy merging together as if it has a life of its own. We are becoming one again. Like, I feel like there's a lot of sweet talking, whispering sweet nothings into your ear. A lot of the number 2 really is to me about personal power and balance, and also being able to keep away the scallywags or the crap that people tell us that just isn't true. I feel like your intuition is on point, by the way, and that you're seeing things very clearly. Even the way this card is, like the sun is setting or rising right on her bootay. And I feel like it's almost saying like this was a big farce, but kind of like a fart. Yeah, it's like your energy was merging, and that's what this person is trying to do. They're trying to consume and bamboozle you. Otherwise, that card would not be there. It would be a totally different reading if this card wasn't there. What's going on? Why are we up in the air? Okay, we asked and we shall receive, apparently. So I have words have hurt me in the past, and that's why fear talking to you. So this person that you were dealing with could have had and communicated a situation where their prior partners were very vicious with their words, with their mouth. And that's why they're like really defensive, communicating clearly with you. These feelings overwhelm me and I become afraid. Sometimes I even run away from you because of it. Well, okay. So I feel like, yeah, it's a pattern. It's a pattern of yo-yoing. Get close, push me away. Get close, push me away. That kind of a thing. And you could even have a headache because of it. And number 3 could be third party interfering or having, and this doesn't have to be like they're romantically involved with anybody. It could be a third party, could be overworking, or your boss trumping your time together, or anything about you. They could be using the excuse, well, it's my work, and that's just how it goes. But they go back to really bad patterns of wanting to win at all cost. Being mirrors for each other makes self-love so important. I wish I was there to love you, but if I'm not, I want you to love and nurture yourself. And I feel like this is more of a high level kind of a love, even right at her throat. The number 11, you could be seeing 11, 11, 11, the number 555s, repeating numbers and patterns. The number 8 could be reoccurring for you as well. But I feel like just in your reflections, because I don't feel like this person's capable of this just yet. I feel like in your reflections, you'll eventually come to the point where it's like you want the other person to love themselves as well. And you're going to turn the attention to yourself, your own attention. Hope that made sense. Why are we up in the air? I need 2 cards from this deck. Why are we up in the air? Why is the situation for the collective up in the air? If you're liking this kind of reading, please give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know. Why are we up in the air, please? Why are we up in the air? And show me now. I'm going to take this and that. Number 5. Moon, revealing the subconscious mind, the space between inner and outer world. Inner knowing, dreams, past life, knowledge, secrets, intuition, guarded silence. Intuition, silence, and guarded. High Priestess, yeah. So I feel like this person has secrets. And they're very changeable. With the moon, they could be hiding all this from you. You could be getting more communication with them during the nighttime than during the daytime. Queen of Fire, Leo, fixed sign of fire. The timing within 7 to 14 days during the summer, July 22nd through August 21st. The ruling planet is the sun. Magnanimous, hospitable, languid, creative, caring, authoritative, determined, warm, active, and generous. This is a strength card, and I feel like this represents you. And I heard I'm tired of being strong, and I feel that comment. But I feel like just the way the sun here is hitting the cards, I did turn off the overhead lighting because the lighting even here was worse. I feel like the parting of the clouds is coming soon, and you will have clarity. You will be able to move forward, move on, or at least have a clear idea and not be so muddled. And I heard traumatized, traumatic. So maybe the situation has really traumatized you in a lot of ways, actually. That would make sense to me. What's going on here? Why? Why are we up in the air? What's going on, please? Why are we up in the air? For the collective reading, show me why we're up in the air. Mercury. To me, that's communication. Messenger of the gods. Communication, ideas, talkative expression, thoughts, manifestator, resourceful, curious, electronics, conduit, inspired action, quick, and the magician with the number 2. So I feel like it could be the way that this person is communicating, but more likely the way they're not communicating with you. They're holding secrets. A high priestess is a secret keeper. And typically I would see it in the camp of, I feel like you, the more spiritual person. But this person is lower vibration, and they are utilizing their powers out of fear and out of selfishness. So whatever intuition they do have in discernment, they use it for something else. This happened to jump out. Clover, lucky, happy coincidence, unexpected, what? Rendezvous, huh? A fling, good fortune, carefree. A reward, flirt, short-lived. Oh, shit. So that just jumped out. And I feel like this person could, you know, promise you pie in the sky, and yet they just know that they were not in it for the long haul. That's kind of what this is saying. Why are we up in the air? What's going on with this? What is this person up to that we need to know? I think that's the real question. Cardinal first. Start of the season, original trendsetter power. New experience starts the party, leader of ideas, but burns out quickly. Beginnings and ignite. Yes, take inspired action. So I feel like, yeah, this person's all about the fire, all about action, about jumping on opportunities, but they don't have a lot of staying power. Staying power is what I'm hearing. So I think that they knew going into it that, you know, oh, wow, it's a great opportunity, and this isn't, I'm not fortunate enough, and wow, this is amazing. And I can't believe my luck. It's almost like they went to the casino and hit the jackpot. But then when life starts to settle in a little bit, they realize that they lack the character and the fundamental attributes to make things work. And they realize, or, you know, everything that they've hidden is going to come out anyways. Any secrets, secret attachments, outmoded thinking. Yeah, because I feel like this person can be opportunistic in a lot of ways, with no real commitment. We must remember that we are gods, goddesses, and work to embody that energy. Okay. Well, I feel like if that person would remember that, they wouldn't be up to their BS. Number 10. I feel like you have changes and you have endings coming. Communication. When our conversations are lighthearted and playful, it eases attention. That is sometimes there when we talk. Yeah, I feel like this person does good as long as everything is lighty and flighty and flirty and girty. That's not even a thing, but you get the point. So as long as it's like light conversation or superficial, that's fine. But once you get into their core, they're very self-protective. They could be prickly, kind of like a porcupine, abrasive. And I mean, I feel like that this, even her actions, it's like go away or let it go, that kind of a thing. They push people away because they get too close to what's really going on the inside. Our love is eternal. It exists in every dimension and cannot be lost. Number 11. And I feel like this is more talking about, I don't know, I hate when people say everything's connected. We are love, but we are. And I feel like your union with this person served in a very real way to kind of, it's like a wake-up call, because I feel like you're going through back to the beginning of I've come so far, but now I got to go back to square one. But really, it's not square one. You're going back to your most authentic self, looking at you and loving yourself first, and that's great, because I feel like you are here going to be, wow, you're going to be attracting somebody who is better suited for you, more your caliber, someone who is authentic, has their ish together, or at least that they're not a liar and a cheat, or knowing that they have limits and making promises that can't fulfill. Because that's why this person just takes off, turns it on and off. Communication. When we're talking, things just come out of my mouth, and afterwards, I'm not even sure why I said them. Oops. So this person can really even out themselves. In which case, I feel like that's part of their karma. It's good that they out themselves, because then you can kind of see what's really there. But that's part of why you're up in the air, because think about it. The reason why you're feeling kind of weird and you don't know where you stand and stuff is because they're hiding, shielding, not communicating. Even if one of those is true, then we have to ask why. I'm even looking at the balloon right here, and I'm like, this person is full of air. Our love will manifest through the union of heart and mind. Expanding these areas allows our love to grow. With the number 6, but I feel like in this case, this is almost like the 6 of Swords saying, you know, moving on. Moving onward and forward. If this person were to come back with this energy, I'd be really, really surprised. They would have to really prove that they have staying power, because look, there's ships back here, and that's what I'm feeling. It's like that ship has sailed. But I feel like you will manifest something of a commitment. Someone who is, I mean, they're dressed equally, right? He's got a beautiful suit on, and she's got her gown and her veil and the whole 9 yards. And they're ready for things. That speaks of like we're on the same page. Now, I feel like here we're definitely not on the same page. There's a lot of like illusion and trickery, I heard. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you saw this, but I had flipped this deck in half. I don't feel deserving, and it's affecting my levels of abundance and openness. Yes. So this person could be like tight with money, or tight with what they have, tight with their secrets, tight with their heart. Put your money where your heart is. Interesting. The 4 would be about their foundation, their balance. Maybe they're just not being open with you about their cash flow. But whatever it is, I feel like it's even more than that. I feel like they're in a situation where they know that they have no business getting involved. And yet here they were. They saw Muse. They saw things turning for the better for themselves. And they jumped. It's like being at a casino and playing the $20 slot. And then before you know it, you only brought $100 and it's all gone. And you're like, oh, hell. So unfortunately, I feel like that person is a user. Let's find out more about Up in the Air. Yeah, I feel like you shine very brightly, and there's an air of innocence about you, and that's what also attracted this person to you. You became a target. So you didn't do anything wrong. I just feel like because you're super shiny, and I think you're incredibly beautiful, and with all the pink, I feel like your essence in a lot of ways is love. And they just thought, oh, wow, I can glow up by, grabbing coattails, even if it's for a moment. Career, yeah, maybe this person thought that their career would be elevated in some way by their connection with you. Bowl. Plenty of material things. So you could be really abundant, and they could have just felt like this would be like a glow up or a show up or something for them to really, maybe you like going to casinos, and they thought that they can kind of ride that gravy train. Wreath. Sorrow over a loss. Yeah, and I feel like that's going to be you. Well, I mean, both of you, but realistically, like somebody with a heart like that, I don't really care what they're feeling. Just my personal opinion. And I feel like things like that happen to people who have bad intentions, evil intent, manipulator energy, things like that. Negative things happen to them to help wake them up and shake them out of this crappy energy. But I would like to see what is coming for you or to you, or any words of wisdom from your angels. So why not? Show me what I need to see. Why are these cards here? We're up in the air. And we know that it's not looking so great. And we know that wounds need to heal. And we know that we're taking lessons moving forward to really see the red flags. And we know that we're no longer taking people at their word, but we're watching for action. It's called follow through. And we know that we're no longer rushing into situations. And we know that we have wounds to heal, to cleanse out. And we know that that love has to be poured back into those wounds. Francesca, what do you desire right now? Francesca. Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. So keep in mind, we all have to process things. I mean, this was basically a shit show. I'm feeling like the balloon got popped and now reality is setting in and the shrapnel is here for everyone to deal with. But if you get really clear on what it is that you want, and I don't feel like it's a person per se, I think that what we want in this situation is like a real connection. It's great. Like, I would love to be a muse for somebody. That'd be great. And I feel like you are an amazing muse, not just for like one person, but for many. And when the time is right, you'll be a muse not only for yourself, for others, but for the right partner. So there needs to be a clearing of all these emotions and processing things and going through, you know, your grieving process, because it's not going to be easy. But I think that good things are coming to you. So Zaina, you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. Now that seems really counterintuitive as far as like, you know, the rest of the reading. But I definitely want to say that even this angel right here appears to be all about energy. I'm trying to get this centered on camera because, you know, me and my cameras. But I feel like this is what's going to really help elevate your game, your situation, is becoming even more sensitive to energy and slowing down and getting a feel for energy. I feel like there were red flags that you did see. But because of, love bombing, that was it. The love bombing, you could have been, you know, taken away or overwhelmed, or whenever things get serious, it's like love bomb, and it's deflecting from the real issues right here. And I feel like once you start really dealing with that, you're going to be able to bring back in balance your emotions, and even see that at this point, the real question is like, not that you're gonna, if I'm gonna bring someone in, that's gonna be, you know, good for me, but are you willing to trust your intuition on such a level that you're willing to say no to things that feel out of sort, even without proof? Because we're a society that we are trained, okay, show me the science, show me the science. And it really kind of makes me laugh, because you look at all these like fact checkers and all this BS, and a lot of scientists that are actually, you know, paid by companies in order to have the results that they want. And quite often they do scrap studies and omit things or change up the study groups in order to be on their side. You know, they don't want to support something that's not going to make their businesses grow. Rant over, sorry. Vanessa, to make your decisions, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? If we're overgiving, then we have no energy left to give to others, and especially ourselves. And I feel like overgiving takes the focus off of our intuition. It takes balance away. It takes power away. In a lot of ways, I feel like it's a form of self-medication. You could be like a healer, an intuitive, somebody who is used to focusing on other people. This one just flipped out for us. And Shanti, I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. With the lion and the lamb. And I feel like things are going to grow from this situation. Like, a lesson after a period of turbulence and healing, and it's going to really help you to feel more confident and less susceptible to energy like this. Because believe me, I'm not making judgments. I've been, you know, the target of energy like this. Cards. Okay. Adriana, I'm leading you towards the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. You know, and that's really interesting, because I wanted to say something earlier about steps. It's all in the steps, and even this time that is challenging are steps to take you higher and for you to ascend, and steps for you to trust your own energy and your own guides and things like that before anyone else. Rochelle, as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. What? Rochelle, you look quite different than the rest. But here we are. So, I'm hoping you like that kind of reading. If it resonates, give me a like, share, comment, subscribe, and much love to you. Until next time, I'm hoping to upload Tuesdays and Thursdays for the collective. So until next time, namaste.